Hello everyone, this is Satirax from PvE World Server. Today I'm going to be covering the Rogue Subtlety spec for PvP and PvP only. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I don't recommend anyone using macros for a Rogue for PvP. Why? Because they're very much a versatile DPS spec with a bunch of techniques for CCs and stun locking, and nothing is really spammable. But people kept asking me about it or whatnot, so I decided to go ahead and being the macro fanatic that I am, I did come up with some stuff. All right, that I was experimenting on back in Wrath of the Lich King. I made some minor adjustments for Kata. Now I also know that for the Rogue Pro users, all right. So all those who are pros with the Rogue, don't don't hack at me. All right. Um, like I said, this is just a concept macro for a few concept macros for people to use. By all means, don't use the exact same macro. I'm gonna tell you why I use mine and with the purpose of my subtlety rogue. Okay, and I made the macros according revolving around that. Okay, I made this rogue for BGs so that I can stun lock flag carriers and stuff like that. Couple rogues I saw before in the past impressed me a lot, so I was like, you know what, hey, let me go ahead and make a rogue. So that's what I did, and I didn't really focus on them for in-game content or anything like that or whatever. You know, barely even log on to them, but I did change up the macros a little bit to suit rogues today. All right, he's not all that geared, but here we go. First off, all right, you can see the spec. Open up your macros and open up your spell book. Okay, I'm gotta explain some stuff to those who are not used to macros at all. So bear with me for those who've seen my other macro vids. All right. This is how. First off, check the details. There's gonna be click underneath the window that you see in front of you. There's gonna be a little bar that says "Show More" for the description. Okay, I'll try to update the macros as new stuff comes out. All right. But you're gonna see all the macros there that you can copy and paste. Press Control C to copy and Control V, V as in Victor, Control V to paste. Alright, so you can go there and press Control C, and then come here, go to New, open up New, title it, put a title, whatever. Always click the question mark. You haven't got to click anything, it's already there. So just name it and click OK. Okay? There. And then click inside of the box, click Control V. That's how you can paste everything that you see there in the description. Alright, so once you've gotten those two macros pasted, alright, you can pause the video by all means. Okay. Now, here we go. Alright, so in comparison to feral cat druids, what rogues don't really have to worry about so much is having like 4 out of 5 combo points, 3 out of 5 combo points. The next thing you know in the macro, oh no, I got a little finisher move, and I only get 3 to 4, combo points. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Well, that's why with rogues, one of the things that make them very unique, honor amongst thieves. Okay, increasing the critical strike chance of all party and raid members by 5%. That's not what I'm talking about. Next part, when any player in your party or raid critically hits with a spell or ability, you have the 100% chance to gain a combo point on your current target. This effect cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. This is an awesome talent spec. You can just look at somebody. Okay, just look at somebody, and next thing you know, combo points are getting on the person without you doing anything. So it's very nice, very nice. All right, which kind of makes it macroable, a rogue macroable. All right, it actually is the main thing that really helps it out, because that's one of the issues I was having with my my main. Okay, I no longer have that issue, so you can look at the druid macros for that. Oh, so on with the macros. Here we go. I have one, two, possibly 3 macros I'm gonna cover, mainly 2. Okay, and the first one I have here, first off, here's a setup. Okay, I put that here on number 2, the main spammer. Okay, because that's what I normally press. It's just top left of the W. All right, and the next one, call it S dance, short for shadow dance. Okay, I have shadow dance here, and then once I click it, and then you will see the S dance macro at number 2, since the whole action bar changes, which is awesome. Okay, now, like I said, the main reason I created this rogue is for control. Control, 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 control. Stun lock, keeping somebody at a standstill as much as possible. Okay? Especially for those flag carriers. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Get rid of all that. Put that down. Alright, I'm going to start off by going stealth, ensuring I have the right poisons, crippling strike, crippling poisons, and we have mind-numbing poison. Okay, so by default, this is what I like to use. By default, you know, I find myself going after casters at times. You know, those healers. You know, gotta get them, gotta get them, gotta get them. All right, here we go. First off, what I do is I put on Premeditation. Okay. Once I have Premeditation, have your first 2 combo points. Alright, we'll just go ahead and start off with a quick shadow step, which I don't always recommend starting out. Bam. And kidney shot, hit shadow dance. Spam 2. Oh, he's not moving. Get a little self-heal on there. Keep on going, keep on going. Mind you, I already have recuperate going. So it's good to have that on there because they're going to be coming after you. And just keep spamming number 2. Now, if you're dealing with the melee, which probably are going to be doing, remember you have your gouge. Okay, try to stay behind the target at all times. Alright. You're going to have your dismantle. You have your blind. Okay, and Vamoose, get the hell out of there. Okay, so don't be afraid to. Here's the other macro I'm gonna use. If you guys have a dot on you, fairy fire, anything like that. Alright. Bam. That's the other macro, which uses Cloak of Shadows and it uses Vanish all in one. Some of you may already have that macro. Okay. And once you've used that, just go ahead and use Preparation right after it, leaving that available. Cloak of Shadows does not get reset off of that. Okay, and let's see here. So, show you a little bit more what I just did. Alright, again, what you want to do, start a fresh target. Use Premeditation first. Okay, once you use Premeditation, go ahead and just jump in, because as soon as you use Cheap Shot, due to the talent spec, you're going to get 3 points instead of 2. Because of initiative. Okay, it gives a 100% chance to add an additional combo point to your target, and using, when using ambush, Garrett, or cheap shot. Okay, so, and that's why I get 3. Since by default it gives you 2. Okay. All right, so that's starting you off. And then I use of course hemorrhage. Got to use hemorrhage after that. Okay. Since it gives me an extra 30% additional damage from bleed effects. Okay. Because remember, rupture's coming up soon, right after the shadow dance macro. I'm gonna do it in slow motion. All right, real slow motion, so you guys can see what's going on. All right. Premeditation. Alright, cheap shot, hemorrhage, kidney shot, shadow dance, keep spamming 2, ambush, cheap shot, recuperate, backstab, backstab, waiting for it to come out, and it does. More backstabs, bam, and rupture, and we just keep on going on. Okay. Now, for the most part, you know, you're not going to be sitting still. You're going to be jumping around the target, you know, making sure you're behind the target at all times, you know, the normal road crap or whatever. Okay, try not to lose your place. Alright, they face you, use your gouge. Alright, spellcaster trying to heal or whatever. Kick us behind. Kick, literally. Alright, for those melee guys, whatever, you know, just put your finger right over. And you hit dismantle. Dismantle them. Alright. If you're on, you know, you see a lot of guys about to get on you, whatever, quickly use blinds. If you have blind set to a mouse over, that's even awesome. You don't even gotta move, get off your target. You just look at him and bam, blind him. All right, keep on going. Once you see him slowed enough and enough of your guys are on the main flag carrier, all right, go ahead and haul ass. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let me see. What else? Those are the main two macros I felt I should go ahead and just explain to you. That's how I normally use them. I already have another some more macros that I've already covered in a different video on the Rogue. Okay, for mutilate rogues. All right. And this is the other macro. I called it cloak and vanish. Okay, it's the one I normally click when I right click my heal bot. By the way, heal bot is not just for healing. For those who are quick to assume that. Okay. I like to use it, yes, for healing, but when I'm not using a healing character, for putting buttons inside of it, such as when you go to spells. Okay, see, button, left click, you just left click, shift left click for other things, you know. You don't always gotta fill up all of your action bars and extra action bars. See how much room I have? It's beautiful. Do that on multiple classes. Alright. There's my cloak and vanish, and the smoke bomb. Okay, so there's a bunch of things you can do. Now, just to say again, for Subtlety rogues, overall, it is, especially if you're doing arenas or whatever, it's so much better if you're not using macros. You can get away with it in BGs, even rated BGs. You can get away with it, you know, but just be careful. You know, using macros overall can get, especially if you're tanking. I mean, that's why I'm so bored with tanking. But yet, it's so awesome using macros when you're tanking. You can then stop worrying about your UI so much. You know, you can just look at what's going on or whatever. If you're leading a raid or whatever, you know, you can call out stuff based on DBM, and you know, so it's, you know, macros are awesome. You know, for PvE. You know, I will be coming out with more macros for other classes I was trying to avoid using macros for, such as not BM hunters. I have a macro for that, but marksmen and survival hunters. I'm not a big fan of those two specs, but hey, I'll come out with a macro for it, something useful. But instead of waiting on me to do it, you know, it's very easy to come up with these macros. I gave you guys the concepts already. So it's a matter of you changing out the actual variables, alright, to suit the class and the spec of whatever tune you choose. Okay? It's not that difficult. I would research a lot of stuff for in-game content, you know, for as far as like, you know, what good rotations are there, you know, haste over crit, crit over haste, if you're talking about PvP, you know, spell pen or whatever, you know, whatever it is, you know, just, you know, do your research, you know, don't just go on people's, you know, macro channels or whatever and just copy and just say, oh, I'm all set. No, it doesn't work that way, you know, still do your research, you know, revolve it around your gameplay. Nobody else is paying for your account, just you. Or your parents, whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, so let it revolve around you. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. Hey, I hope this video was help to you guys, for your rogues out there. If you guys have other you know, macros or other ideas or whatever, anything positive that people can use, by all means put it in the comments right below. Always open up the description. Alright, so you can copy paste any kind of updated details or whatever I have. Okay, this is probably the most complicated macro that I've come up with, so yeah, you may have questions. Feel free to go ahead and ask. I'll get to you guys as soon as I can on questions. This is Satirex again from Paranoid PvE World Server. Alright, you guys take care. Alright, peace out.